Hey, good Friday morning, October 24th, 2025. Ken Arzone, talking baseball. Baseball history, I'm really interested in it. And the guys in the past, baseball players, who have accomplishments significant. How about this guy? Brooks Robinson. There he is. I like him. Why? 23 years. Baltimore Orioles. The same team. I don't know if it's a record. I think him and Carl Yastrzemski hold the record for the longest tenure with the same club. Carl Yastrzemski. I'll look him up quickly. I've got him in my book here. Yaz. How many years was he with Boston? I've got him here. Yeah. 23 years. 1955 through 1977. Brooks Robinson, Baltimore Orioles. Not switching teams and playing for 5, 6, 7, 8, and in some cases, some players, 9 teams. He stays with Baltimore. He got 2 World Series rings. How about this? 18 times All-Star out of 23 years. Of course, we know the Gold Glove Award for third base. I mean, he just won it every year he played, just about. Trying to look up how many Gold Gloves he had. Let me do it real quick. Who holds the record for most Gold Gloves? Do you know who? Gold Gloves. I'm putting it in records. Who holds the record? Did you know that Greg Maddux won 18 of them? Brooks Robinson, 16. Not bad. I mean, you're really good on defense if you get 16 Gold Gloves. He played third base, the hot corner. That was a tough corner. So I'm looking at Brooks Robinson's career. 1955, he starts 18 years old. Gets into 6 games, 2 hits. 1956, he's 19 years old. Second year. 15 games, 10 hits. 1957, his third year, 50 games. So the first 3 years, he's 18, 19, and 20. Not playing much. But as I look over his career, 23 years, he never scored 100 runs in a game, in a season. Not in a game, obviously, but in a season. 100 runs scored seasons. 0. What? His high was 91. So he didn't get to 100. As far as hits in a season, never had 200 hits in a year. His high, 194. And then he had 2 other seasons, 192. So he got close, but never passed 200 hits in a season. But you know what he did in 23 years? 2,848 hits. Significant. You get that many hits, you've got to be considered for the Baseball Hall of Fame. Doubles, 482 career. Didn't get to 500. I would have liked to have seen that. Home runs, 268. So he's not a slugger. His highest home run total, one year he had 28. So once in a while he popped the ball out of the yard. 100 RBI seasons, 2. He had 118 in 1964, and then he had 100 in 1966. So he was capable of getting to 100. He had a couple of 90s. So RBIs, he finished with 1,357 in 23 years. Should have been more. I'd like to have seen 1,500. As far as runs scored, he had 1,232. Again, I would have liked to have seen 1,500 runs scored. Why? You're playing 23 years. You got to pass that 1,500 mark, my opinion, and then the RBIs too. So he fell short in those two categories. Batting average, disappointing. 267 career. Wonder why? Because he was a solid player, but he wasn't a 300 hitter. Let's count it. In his career, he batted over 300 twice. 303 in 1962. That was a good year. He played every game. He batted 303 with 192 hits. And then in 1964, he batted 317. That was his highest batting average. He had 194 hits. He played every game there. So he's capable of a 300 batting average season. But in 21 other seasons, he was below 300. That's disappointing. Here are the batting averages: 227, 239, 238, 284, 294, 287. Then he had a 303. Then he did 251. Then he had a 317. 297, so came close that year. 269, 269, 253, 234, 276, 272, 250, 257, 288, 201, 211. 21 seasons below 300. But he played in 2,896 games. He was durable. That's a lot of games. And he got to 4,270 total bases. So is Brooks Robinson deserving of the Baseball Hall of Fame? Yes. 16 Gold Gloves. You gotta look at that. 2,848 hits. You gotta look at that. 2 World Series titles. How about 18 times an All-Star? But it's disappointing to see that he didn't get to 1,500 runs scored because he played 23 years and 2,800 games. He didn't get to 1,500 RBIs, only 2 seasons, 100 RBIs. So, and his batting average career, 267. Very disappointing. You want to be Hall of Famer, you need to be 300 or better career batting average. Really. So how did he make the Baseball Hall of Fame? It was the Gold Gloves, the career hits, the 18 times All-Star. I think that did it. Those are the things you got to look at for Brooks Robinson. But he's not a 300 hitter. Wasn't really an RBI producer. All right, Brooks Robinson, interesting guy. I like the 23 consecutive years with the same team. Him and Carl Yastrzemski. I think they hold the record. The longest tenure with the same team. I like it. All right, we're done with Brooks Robinson. I've already covered Frank Robinson and Jackie Robinson. I've covered those guys. Ivan Rodriguez. This is another guy that's interesting. I gotta look. Have I covered this guy? Let me see. I've done so many videos. Let's see. Have I covered Ivan Rodriguez? Nope, I haven't. Okay. So I'm going to look at him next, analyze his career. Interesting guy. He made the Baseball Hall of Fame, too. Talk to you later. I'm out.